Most homeowners in Florida don't realize this. The humidity level in your home is probably too high. And you may say, no big deal. Well, let's chat for a second. Because if the humidity levels are too high, that can lead to several big, expensive problems in the long run. You might be growing mold in a dark corner somewhere, or your AC unit could be working far too hard and you have to replace it sooner than you otherwise would have. You could even have excess allergens or even a growing population of dust mites that are collecting because of this humidity issue. And so you may ask, all right, Jeff, I get it. We don't want high humidity. What does high mean? At about 60% humidity, we start to run into problems, and all of the previously mentioned things become a bigger issue. And again, this is something that I see in dealing with different types of houses, different areas, different types of construction. I see it in all shapes and sizes of homes. And I'll read a quick quote from the National Center for Healthy Housing, which is high humidity directly causes dust mites to thrive and reproduce. Dust mites do not drink water. They absorb moisture from the air, needing relative humidity levels between 55 and 75% to flourish. Keeping indoor humidity below 50%, ideally between 30 and 50%, is crucial as they cannot survive in and with these conditions. And so, and that's one problem that creates maybe some unfriendly living conditions. But the other problem is mold. Similarly, it's something that takes high humidity levels to create. It happens over time because it needs a water source. And if you have a water source and high humidity and still or stale air, this can become a pretty big problem. I've seen it on properties where the house is otherwise in very good and livable condition, and then a mold issue makes it non-habitable and can be very expensive to fix. So this small little issue, well, seemingly small as it started out, grew and grew and grew with these high humidity levels and became very expensive. So you may be asking, that's all fine and good. What do we do about it? And so my solution, or at least my personal solution for this problem, is pretty simple. It's something that you can find on Amazon, and I have no vested interest in you going and doing this other than just to say this is what I've done and hopefully it helps you. And that's to find a portable dehumidifier. You can find a good one for between a couple $100 and maybe $300 or $400. They're small, they're compact, you can move them around. And I, again, personally put it near the air handler closet in our house because I figure that's the way to keep dehumidified air or air with less humidity moving throughout the house in the most efficient way. And so you may have a particular room or part of the house that maybe doesn't get good airflow or has a tendency to feel a little bit more sticky and humid. I would say put it near that area to help keep humidity levels low. Now, some of these have hoses that you could put into a sink that's close by, or maybe route the hose out a window. But on average, they're going to have a small compartment where all of that water collects, and then you can dump it out at the end of the day or every so often. And some of these small dehumidifiers can remove between 30 and 50 pints of water a day, which is really a massive amount of water throughout a week, a month, or even a year. And practically speaking, from the real estate brokerage perspective, it's always nice to walk into a house where the air smells good, it's not musty and sticky feeling, and everything is neat and in order. And I sort of put this in that category of keeping a home in the right shape. So I hope this is helpful. I'll link a couple of dehumidifiers just as for examples down below. If you've got any questions about it, by all means, feel free to give me a call, 904-405-1995. Or you can shoot me an email, jeff@pursuitrealestate.com. We'll catch up soon.